Guess who? I beat you to it, Mr. Pratt. So that's why that was done for CA. Like I say, until you know the full facts, keep your fucking nose out. You wants to be in everybody's business, right? And then he went on and kept coming in the comments and saying Pearl, the auntie to a rapist, right? So we all know grapists, when anybody says that, they're referring to a fruit, but I know what I'm. Hey, my Lisa, how are you, me baby? I know what I'm referring to. Right, listen, anybody can go on there and get the article, and I'm sick to death now of my cousins getting the blame for this. Let me tell you something, go get her name, get her on. And you know what, the details I couldn't go into, and I still can't go into, but yous can. Yous can absolutely pump the Nelly off her. She was up for ever so many times for doing that, and so was the family. They were up for ever so many times, but because it was a gypsy baby, they put the ultimatum to her. And then, after he'd done away with himself, then he was found where he was not guilty, but it was too late. My poor little cousin wasn't here no more. So instead of everybody going in at me and calling me the auntie to a rapist, firstly it was me cousins, but firstly get the story right. Go back to that article, you go and get her name. See, I don't know if she's on here or not. I don't want to speak to the lump of trash. I do not want to speak to her. But my cousin wasn't the first one that she ever blamed, and there's lots of things that's in the newspaper of other young boys that she destroyed their lives. The only thing with my cousin was he took his own life because he couldn't have that label on him. So feel free to get them on here. Get them on here and pull the articles up and see how many boys she blamed of that. There's the truth out there, because I'm sick of sitting here with me finger in my mouth and can't ever say anything. There's the truth out there. So you go and look for who's ever in that article, get her on here and get her to speak the truth, because I'll pull the article, like the clippings up, where she's blamed ever so many boys. But like I say, the only life she destroyed was my cousin, because he couldn't live with that around his neck, and he took his own life. There you go. So there's the truth out there. Do your worst. So, CA and Mr. Pratt, do your worst. Keep calling me them names. Find that girl out of the article. Her name's in there. Go find the girl out the article and get her on your shows. Get her on your shows and see how many more people's lives she's destroyed. There you go. I'm in the mood for you all now. I'm sick to death of sitting back and listening to this for months and months and months and months, because it wasn't my story to tell. And I kept saying that, but now enough is enough. I've had enough. I'm sick up to the back teeth. Get that girl on. Her name's out there. And like I said, then I'll pull all the articles up and how many other young boys, young men, lives she's destroyed with the same story. So do your fucking worst, CA, and do your worst, Mr. Pratt. They're not all little absolute, well, how can I say? I've never come from a line of people to scam anybody or to do anything like that. We're honest to God, hard work, and thank you. I think it's Laura. Thank you, me baby, for the prescription. So you go, are we already friends, me baby? Yous go and do your worst. I'm sick of it now and I've took enough. And like I said, when I come back to the app, when I come back properly, because I will be off for a few days at a time, you're going to see a different me. I'm not taking this shit no more. I'm sick of my family name dragged through the calls. But Poison Eyeballs will be the first one. So this is out to you, our father Ted. That girl's name's in the article. Get her on. Get her on and see what she comes up with. Her who's destroyed not just my family, and still to this day destroyed my family. She's destroyed lots of people's families. Why should I keep letting people poke at my family when I know, and that's what I kept saying, it's not my story to tell. Not my story to tell. Well, now I don't give a flying F. Now I'm telling my story, because we not having our name labelled was something as bad as that. But you, Mr. Pratt, I mean, you actually blamed for somebody of wanting to basically, like, do the worst of the worst with you in a hotel room when it never happened. You should be so lucky. And like I say, he's constantly, thank you, me baby. I didn't say, Bobby, thank you, my Bobby. There you go, me baby, for the prescription. Hey, my Lisa. Thank you. you who come out with all kinds and blaming people. You know what it was, Mr. Pratt? Because you wanted them. They don't want you. Why would they pick trash up when they can eat steak? That's what I'm trying to say. You're an absolute, like, non-entity, really. Do you know what I'm saying? But playing on your mental health, going in when you knew Donna was away for a week and then coming back, put a post, thank you, my Lisa, my baby, putting a post out saying about people don't go in for me mental health, I'm not in a good place. But then, bang, the post was down. Of course he wanted to go in on Donna, he wanted to come to her. Like trying to break people because, and I'll say it as it is, there's you and EQ and Father Ted, aka Poison Eyeballs. You're bullies. Behave, you're absolute bullies, but you have to come in a pack to bully one person. And listen, I've never had a problem with EQ, but what you're doing now is bullying. Really is bullying. You're jealous to death because I even watched our Father Ted sat on while Miss Red was on. There was EQ, Mr. Pratt, and Father Ted, aka Poison Eyeballs. All three of you together didn't combine with the views what she had. So that's the problem with you. Behave, leave her alone. It's not a nice look. And EQ, even you, putting out to Tintin, is it Tintin you call him? Behave yourself, EQ. You didn't like it and I had your back when it happened to you. You didn't like it. So behave. Sending that where there's still a child at their address, EQ. Leave Miss Red alone. You're jealous to death of her. And I actually had your back, EQ. I said it didn't matter to me what you said. But you want to know something? You're coming across as very vindictive, jealous. You, DA and Mr. Pratt, you're jealous to death, and I'm going to say it as think it. EQ, Zach and Delulu, you're jealous to death of Miss Red's platform. And you're going on, you as well, Delulu, keep going on. I don't believe you've been in DV. When you were sitting with Corey, you were sat with Corey not so long since. You were sat with Corey, right? So what's the difference from you sitting with Corey when you're friends with him, but the minute he falls out with you, you don't believe Miss Red went through DV? Who are you to ask for proof of her DV, as you call it? You're a nobody, Angie. Shame on you. You're an absolute nobody. You're a car crash, and that's why people sit in your home. And you know what goes to prove? You always say, I'm sat here with 2.6 or 2 point whatever K, right? You've got Jojo as a gifter, and then when somebody pricks you, you get another couple of little gifters, right? But let's face it, you've got Jojo as a gifter, right? When all of them lives were going on, you were sat, and I watched it with my own eyes because I was in on a fake account, 600 and odd views. So don't tell me, everybody else that's in there, because I know you get trolled in your comments, because I'm in there on a fake account and watch what's being said. You're an absolute embarrassment. That's what you are. And you know how you keep going on every phone calls? Oh, everybody, I'll have to go. I'll come.